Forged, how aluminum cans are made. You have probably held tens of thousands of them. You know what they feel like: light, rigid, cold when they come out of a fridge. But almost nobody knows what is actually happening inside that can, or the engineering decisions that make it possible to produce 2,400 of them every single minute on a single production line. This is the full story. The aluminum can as we know it is a two-piece design. The body and the lid are made separately, from different aluminum alloys, using completely different manufacturing processes, and joined together only at the very end. This two-piece approach replaced an earlier three-piece design, body, top, and bottom, and was one of the most significant packaging engineering advances of the 20th century. It reduced material use, eliminated two-seam joints, and allowed the production speeds that make modern canning economics work. The body starts as a large coil of aluminum alloy 3004. The coil is fed into a cupping press, which punches out circular discs called blanks at high speed, up to 500 blanks per minute from a single press. Each blank is approximately 5.5 inches in diameter. It looks like nothing at this stage, just a flat aluminum circle the thickness of a credit card. The blank goes into a body maker. This is where the can shape happens, through a process called draw and iron. The blank is first drawn, pulled over a punch into a cup shape. Then it is ironed, pushed through a series of progressively smaller steel rings called ironing rings, which thin and elongate the walls dramatically. By the time the can exits the body maker, the wall thickness has gone from roughly 0.01 inches down to 0.004 inches, about 0.1 millimeters, thinner than a human hair. The process happens in a fraction of a second. The bottom of the can is not flat, it is domed inward. This is deliberate. A flat bottom on a pressurized container would bulge outward and the can would not stand up. The dome shape converts the outward pressure into compressive force around the dome's edge, which aluminum handles extremely well. The dome also adds stackability. Cans stack on each other in warehouses and transport without crushing, because the dome locks into the recessed bottom of the can above it. After shaping, the can body goes through washing, multiple stages of chemical cleaning to remove the lubricants used in the forming process. Then it goes to a decorator, which prints the design directly onto the exterior surface using a dry offset printing process. Up to 6 colors can be applied in a single pass. The ink is cured with ultraviolet light. Then a clear protective coating goes over the outside, and the can goes into an oven to cure everything at once. The interior is coated separately. A spray system deposits a thin layer of polymer coating on the inside of every can. This is what prevents the aluminum from reacting with acidic beverages like cola. Without that coating, the acid would dissolve microscopic amounts of aluminum into the drink and corrode the can from the inside within days. The coating is applied as a liquid, flows to cover every surface, and is cured in an oven. Spray, cure, done. The lid is made entirely separately, and from a different alloy, aluminum 5182 rather than the 3004 used for the body. The lid alloy is harder and stronger because it needs to handle the pull tab mechanism. A coil of 5182 is stamped into lid shells, which are then scored with a laser-precise ring that defines exactly where the tab will tear when you pull it. The tab itself is riveted onto the lid surface. The score depth has to be exact. Too deep and the can leaks under pressure. Too shallow and you cannot open it. The body and the lid come together at the seamer. The filled can, whether it contains soda, beer, energy drink, or canned food, moves down the line to a filler where the product goes in. Then immediately to the seamer where the lid is crimped onto the body using a double seam. The seamer rolls the lid edge and body edge together in 2 passes, locking them mechanically. The seal is airtight. The process takes milliseconds per can. At full production speed, a single can line produces approximately 2,400 cans per minute. Every 12 hours, that line has produced over 1.7 million cans. The United States alone uses approximately 100 billion aluminum cans per year. That is more than 300 cans per person annually. The scale of production required to meet that demand is one of the largest continuous manufacturing operations in human history. Aluminum is infinitely recyclable without any loss of quality. A recycled can is back on the shelf in 60 days. Recycling aluminum uses only 5% of the energy required to produce new aluminum from bauxite ore. The industry recycles approximately 70% of all cans produced. The ones that are not recycled represent one of the most economically wasteful disposal decisions a consumer can make. The aluminum in a single can is worth recovering. Follow Forged, how things are really made. Link in bio.